Good afternoon, Year 2, and welcome to your vocabulary lesson of the week. I'm going to share my screen now and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to go on to a new unit in vocabulary as it's a new term, and we're going to be looking at describing and landscape. Okay, so describing and landscape, and we've got some focus words on the list here. We've got beach, cliff, coast, forest, mountain, sea, ocean, river, valley, vegetation. Okay, so these words all have they're all got ways we can describe a landscape. So a landscape is a scene, it's a land, it's a natural thing like we learn in geography. So it might be a beautiful beach would be a landscape, or a beautiful forest, a beautiful place would be a landscape. Is a natural kind of area that we draw, and it's beautiful, and you can draw it or you can take a photograph of it. A landscape is a place of natural beauty, and we're going to be describing a landscape today using some of these new words, some of these scientific kind of vocabulary words that can help you. So on here you can see that I have put some definitions and I have put the keywords, and I want you to see if you can have a go at matching the keywords to the definition. So there's some definitions here: a pebbly or sandy shore by the sea, and I want you to see if you can think which word of these would be that one. Okay, so pause the screen now and have a go at matching the descriptions to the words. Off you go. Okay, fantastic. Well done. Now let's see if you've got them right. We're going to go through each word together and we're going to talk about what they mean, okay? And we're going to see if you got the right definition to the right word. Let's have a go. So, a beach is a pebbly or sandy shore by the sea. So a pebbly, sandy shore by the sea is a beach, okay? We've all heard of that. A cliff is a steep rock face, especially at the edge of the sea. Okay, so we see them quite often at the edge of the seas. It's a sheer bit of rock that goes up diagonally or kind of almost straight, and that's a cliff. Coast, the part of the land adjoining or near the sea. So the coast is the land which is near the sea or actually joins the sea, so where the land and the sea kind of meet. Forest, a large area covered mainly or chiefly, is another word for mainly, with trees and undergrowth. So things growing on the ground, things with trees, bushes, plants, that kind of thing. A mountain is a large natural elevation of the Earth's surface, rising abruptly from the surrounding area level. So it's a really high bit is a mountain. It's a really high, tall bit that goes up against the Earth's surface and is really high and risen. A sea is an expanse of seawater, and an ocean is a very large sea. So it's more and more of this, if you get more seas together, because you've got large oceans. So an ocean is what we call a bigger expanse of sea. Okay, a sea is an expanse of salt water, but an ocean is a larger sea. So a river is a large natural stream of water flowing down, and eventually it gets to a sea or a lake or another river. A valley is a low area, so like between hills and mountains that go like that. The valley would be the bit in between, and it normally has a river or a stream flowing through it. And vegetation, we say vegetation's there when there's lots of plants and grasses and things living together. We call that all vegetation. Okay. So we've got some pictures now of what these different words mean. And I want you to pause your screen and have a go at working out which words mean each thing, okay? So let's have a little go now at working out which word matches with each picture. So pause your screen and have a go. Okay, fantastic. Well done. Let's go through them together, and I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna have a go at labeling them. So I'm gonna put this over here. Down, so that can go down. I'm going to have a go at labeling the pictures. So let's start with this one right here. So we've got this one here. So if we look along here, this is what I was talking about when I was talking about the cliffs. So you can see that there's sheer drops, kind of diagonal, but almost straight, that come up from the sea, and they're mainly near the sea, and we've got cliffs. So there are cliffs. Okay, so cliffs. Here, we've got a lovely river, and you can see it's flowing in between the trees and the ground at the two sides of the river. You can see there are different types of land, and then in the middle of it is the river, and that will be flowing to a sea or a lake or into another river. Okay, so there's our river. Over here, we've got our mountains. That's what I said about that thing that goes right up off the Earth's surface, really tall, abruptly on its own, standing out, is our mountain. Okay, so we've got our mountain. Here, we've got our lovely forest, covered, as we talked about, mainly in trees and grasses and undergrowth. So we've got our forest. Okay, here, this one is our ocean, so a really large sea. We've got all of those little fish and the corals and the different things in there. There's our ocean. Here's our sea, so an expanse of that salt water, a large bit of our salt water. There's our sea. Here is our valley. So this bit in between where the mountains and the hills are, the bit that goes in between them down on the ground, or down further down, that's going to be our valley. Okay. And then here is an example of that vegetation. So lots of grasses and plants together, our vegetation. And then here is an example. This could also be, so this one here, make it a bit smaller so I can fit them both in, is going to be this one, could be another example. You can see some cliffs, but it also could be the coast where the sea and the land kind of meet. And this one again could be the coast as well. They're kind of very similar because they've got pictures of both cliffs and coasts in them. So we can put the coast and the cliffs on those ones. And then the last one here, we can see beautiful, where I wish I was right now, a beautiful beach. Beautiful beach. How beautiful is that? That is really lovely. Okay, so that is how we will match them up. I hope you got your ones right, and I hope that helps you to visualize a bit more what these different words mean. As we go on to the next one, you're now going to go on to Teams, and on Teams there is a quiz where you're going to see some pictures of the words that we have learned today, and you're going to tell me which one of our new keywords there are. So have a go, I'll have a look at your scores and I'll give you some feedback, and I look forward to marking them. Have a lovely afternoon, enjoy learning what these new words mean, and enjoy seeing pictures of these new words as well. Bye for now.